going on, guys? This is Kota here from Custom Offsets TV on the YouTube. We're here with Biggs today. We're here to do another this or that.
That was better than me. What's going on, guys? Biggs with Custom Offsets. Today we're doing another this or that. Today we brought Kota in and we're going to answer some of your this or that questions. Before we get started, if you guys need wheels, tires, and suspension, you know where to go. Head on over there, pick up some stuff. You know, you got your stimulus checks. We all know it. Go spend some money. Let's do it.
Lifted Ranchero or slammed El Camino?
Do you know what the first one is?
Yeah, Ford Ranchero. I'd go with the slammed El Camino. I know that those are some pretty nasty truck slash car things, and I think they look a little bit better than the Ranchero, in my opinion anyways.
Oh, so they're kind of similar.
Yeah. They didn't go for very long.
A lifted Ranchero? Yeah, no way. I'm gonna go with the slammed El Camino as well. That just seems dope. Put it on some bags, maybe.
Well, I usually wouldn't ever go with anything slammed, but I mean, it's not really one of those trucks that you would lift.
Right.
You can. It would be maybe sick, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
2020 Chevy High Country or 2020 GMC Denali?
I don't know what the new Denali looks like.
They're pretty much identical.
Are
It's
they?
literally the GM and then the Chevy, I think, personally. I'm gonna go with the Denali, just because, I don't know, I've seen some cruising around that they can be pretty wild. Again, as you guys know, I'm a big Ford guy, so either or with both of these choices or picks that I could pick, not particularly, not really my, yeah.
You could do so.
Not really my thing. So either or. So I'm gonna go with the Denali.
I like the front clips on the Denalis. I think they look a little better than the High Countries.
Fair enough.
Supercharged gasser or turbo diesel?
Turbo.
Yep, for sure. I'm gonna go with the turbo as well. I love the sound of a turbo, especially in a diesel truck. You know, I like Dustin's truck when it high idles.
And sounds like a jet plane.
Yeah, it sounds really cool.
And it's got that.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm not familiar with like supercharging things, like the sound and, you know, so I'm more familiar with turbo diesel, and I like the sound of it.
The whine of the Supercharger is one of those things that makes you, like, when you hear it randomly, you go, ooh. It also will definitely throw you back in your seat. You don't have the lag of the turbo. But
Yeah, that's true too. That's more just like snappy get up and go. I feel like turbos they got a spool up and nonsense. And I have a turbocharged truck right now. They're tiny, but you can still hear them, and I don't know, I like the sound of that. It's pretty dope.
Lifted 80s Chevy or slammed 57 Chevy?
Lifted 80s Chevy, like a Scottsdale.
I'm gonna go with the lifted square body Chevy.
We can't agree on everything.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
But I'm a lifted truck guy, so I like to go up and not down.
Yeah.
Probably compensate.
Right.
Never mind.
Those older 50s, 60s Chevys, when they're slammed, they look good. They look really good.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's just we lift things around here. We don't really lower them, so
Yeah, it's a
all
personal
we're really used
preference.
to.
Brand new diesel or built vintage diesel?
Oh, this is actually a really hard one because I really love the new F-250s, the Illumiduties. But then again, a really nice built OBS 7.3. Oh my gosh, this is hard for me.
Because you're saying that and you're thinking OBS like 7.3s and versus like the new Fords, and I'm
Right.
over here thinking a second or first gen Cummins
There you
versus
go.
like the new 6.7s or something like
Right,
that.
yeah, exactly. Which also I would agree to that. I like earlier model Cummins, and I also like the new ones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually thoroughly enjoyed the Cummins. Probably one of my favorites besides Ford stuff, really. Even the third gen's not terrible to me. I know a lot of people are not a big fan of the third gens, but I've seen a couple built really nice, and I don't hate them. I actually wouldn't. I mean, if I had one, I wouldn't. You know.
I'm gonna go with a newer diesel.
Newer diesel.
Because I've always had a lot of old trucks, and I've never really had a new one. I feel like a new one would be a good change up, and it'd be nice to have something reliable for once.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That I don't have to worry about. Who would I call if this broke on the way to work? You know, kind of
exactly.
thing.
Yeah, and I could see that. I agree to that. Yeah, for me, I'd probably, if I could like stick with a daily driver style truck setup, I'd go with the OBS 7.3. So probably an older diesel. If it was built nice, like Tex Excellence's 7.3.
Right.
I know I mentioned.
And those
that
trucks,
before.
when you do them up and you make them bulletproof like that, they'll
so
go
good.
forever too.
Yeah, so nice.
Sprayed in bed liner or plastic bed liner?
So I actually just sprayed my entire van on spray bed liner with 6 cans.
It only took 6 cans?
6 cans of spray bed liner to do an entire van.
Yeah, he has
3,500 one-ton van.
Yeah, he has a creeper van. It doesn't look like that anymore just because of the bed liner.
But I also have a plastic insert bed liner in the back of my show truck. I don't want to say why I do, but it is in there, and it's really nice because if I ever do have to take it out, I just got to fold the sides in and pull it out.
Oh, so it's just set in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I have the plastic one in my truck now. It's not really, I can't really take it out. If the bed liner is sprayed in correctly and it's not, I know you rattle canned.
Which I wouldn't recommend.
Right,
It comes out really tiger striped. If
Yeah.
you can get like a full Raptor liner kit and have it professionally
sprayed
painted, it doesn't cost very much at all.
Right.
But it does look really nice when it's finished.
So I feel like if you can do it right, the bed liner is nice. But I also like the liner just because it's kind of easier to sweep out.
I'm gonna have to go with the spray and bed liner.
Yeah.
If you Raptor liner something like the inside of your bed, or some people do their entire truck, you can get kind of creative with it. And you can do a tinted one, which is where you can make it any color you want. So like my buddy Jack has a green truck, and he also has green tinted bed liner in the bed of his truck.
Oh yeah, so
and
that's
that
nice,
looks sick.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go that route as well, just because if you do it right, I feel like the longevity of it's a little better maybe than a plastic one, I guess. So yeah.
12-inch lifted SEMA truck for a daily driver or completely slam drag truck for a daily driver?
Oh, that sounds terrible. It's completely slammed truck for a daily driver.
These questions, man, these are tough.
I mean, maybe somewhere like warm where you don't have to worry about anything. I just feel like that would draw more unwanted attention. But then again, it's a 12-inch lifted SEMA truck. So like either or, they both have some unwanted attention probably. I'm gonna go SEMA truck. Like I said before, not really a fan of going down. I like to go up. I just like lifted trucks better. They just are more my thing. And I'm kind of a sissy. I don't like to go fast. Like I like to go quick, but like a drag truck.
I don't own anything fast, and I've never owned anything fast. I've always been about aesthetics.
Right.
So it'd be nice to kind of change it up and have something that goes from 0 to 60 in less than 30 seconds. So
and it would still be pretty aesthetically pleasing, I'm assuming. I mean, drag trucks are pretty dope.
yeah.
Bonus question. Would you rather live in your truck for a month or live in the shop for a month?
I would rather live in the shop for a month because the shop has heating and cooling, and it's a lot bigger than my truck.
Kota, your truck doesn't have heat or air?
No, I did an AC delete and I bypassed my heater core.
Why?
Because it's a show truck. It doesn't need either of those. I don't need to be luxurious pulling on or off the trailer or go out into a show.
Okay, fair enough. Well, I think I'm gonna choose the shop as well, just because it's more of a living quarters. There's an actual kitchen in the shop. I mean, our shop, I guess. Yeah, the shop seems a little better, but I do have heat and air in my truck, so I can do both. But probably the shop for this one.
I would throw a bunch of cardboard boxes up inside the rafters and then make a pillow out of like wrenches and stuff. And then I would cover myself in the fire blanket. And if I got cold, I would just start the boxes on fire.
In the rafters? What would you put the boxes in
No,
the
I
rafters
would put the
for?
rafters underneath the heat exchanger. So it just blows hot air right on top of me.
Oh, okay, so you're making like a tunnel. Oh, I thought, directions
Or like
are
bunk
unclear.
beds, so there's more room for activities.
So much aerobics in here. So many activities. Do step class.
It's making my head spin how many activities we can do.
Yeah, I would just order a shiz ton of truck parts and literally just build my truck while I'm in the shop. So shop. That'd be dope.
We could both live in the shop.
All right, that's what we have for you on today's episode of This or That. If you guys have any this or that questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments down below. And hit the subscribe button if you like our this or that content or any of our other content, because we're constantly releasing some pretty dope stuff. So, yeah, that's what we have for you. Peace.